Hey, what's going on YouTube? Black Beer Hunter here coming at you again, and we're here to talk about Red Sherman's Honey Bourbon Ale, right? This is actually a honey bourbon rye. It's basically an aged version of their honey rye ale. This one is aged on their on I want to say it's like Virginia, uh, uh, yeah, Virginia cast barrels. Virginia bourbon cast barrels, like for and I would like to say they're new barrels, but at the end of the day, bourbon honey. So yeah, so basically, I ran across this beer at one of the local shops. They had a 6 pack, and I kind of walked away, and then next week I came back and it was gone. So that actually is kind of a good sign. And I mean, I've had beers from Red Sherman before, and each one of the beers have been pretty decent. Um, so I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I have. I was about to say I don't think I had anything that was barrel aged from that company from Red Sherman Brewery located out in Mount Airy. But yeah, like you know pretty much what happens, or what normally is supposed to happen when you have a good aging barrel aging program. Usually you'll get infused that whatever was aged in that barrel, and actually just from the wood itself, it can actually partake different or it can pass on different properties to whatever's being aged in that barrel. You can get, of course, oak notes because it was an oak barrel. Um, Distinct taste of the bourbon. It could be vanilla. It could be, you're going to get some notes, and so that's exactly what they did with this honey rye. So basically, yeah, I'm ready to try it. Um, let me see what it says here in the back. Our honey bourbon is made from Red Sherman's honey rye that's stored in single-use Virginia bourbon barrels. And basic saying that I said the aging process infuses notes of oak and bourbon, right? Straight up, straight simple. 9%, 26 IBUs, not going to be too bitter. Should be pretty sweet. And so, yeah, your boy's going to go ahead and take one for the team. So let's get pop this bad boy and take a look at the appearance, check out the aroma, taste. Oh, mouthfeel. This smells delicious. I can't remember what I smelled like that. It has a really good aroma. Look at that color. It's coming from that. Definitely is coming from the rye. Not much of a head, but I'm not real big on getting a head on the product or on a beer or whatever. You can see that it receded pretty quick. Not much lacing going on here. Like, I mean, you got some suds hanging around. Doesn't look like it's really sticking to the glass pretty well, but hey, it smells fucking. It smells great, but it smells really good. You definitely. It's like a nice. It's kind of murky, right? Like kind of hazy, but at the same time, it's really bright. It looks really, really good. It's hard to pick that up on this camera. But let me see. Yeah, it's hard to pick it up. I mean, but it looks really, really, really good, right? And so, you definitely getting those wood notes. You're getting like the oak. Um, it's really sweet smelling. You're getting a little bit of brown sugar, but let me check this out. Oh, yeah, you're getting like brown sugar scents, a little bit of like citrus or some type of fruit, like maybe like even like apricots. Oh man, that thing smells really great. So with that being said, YouTube, your boy is about to take one for the team. Cheers. Mm. And just like I thought, like it's kind of uh, you're definitely getting a ton of wood on that. Uh, ooh, So you're getting like wood, like oak. It's like oaky, smoky. You're getting like um, caramel, some toffee, brown sugar. It's kind of biscuity. Um, yeah, it's like dark bread and fruit. Like you're getting all those notes like on the aftertaste on the back half of your palate. On the front half, like I said, you got all those other flavors, and they're not like all over the place. It's like melded and meshed together really well. You're definitely getting characteristics from the bourbon. You're tasting like some bourbon in there. You're getting the spicy notes from the rye, like so it's like a little spicy, kind of not like a mixture between a little earthy, a little peppery. Uh, you're definitely getting some that citrus might be coming from the hops also, not just like I said, it might not be coming from the yeast, and like the yeast will develop like different esters. You can get banana, you can get um, you can get like apricots, peaches, lemons, apples. You can get that from the yeast, but it tastes like a nice portion of it might be coming from the hops. Um, but I mean, yeah, I guess this pushes me in the mouthfeel. It's just a little kind of like I mean, on a warm day, on a nice hot day, um, it's really like wet, kind of watery. Not too watery though, because I've had some beers where it was a little too thin for my palate, and it was just it seemed like they diluted the beer, right? Like it felt like a little diluted. But in this case, this ale actually has a really good like even though it's thin, the flavors kind of like linger on your tongue, so it kind of grabs hold and kind of lingers there, and that's why I kind of like a nice viscous beer because I like how the flavor holds on into your like holds on to the it kind of like just layers right onto the pores in your tongue, right, and so it makes it easier for me to taste like the ingredients. But in this case, this one has a ton of taste, a ton of like you can tell that they it is a well crafted beer, and so it it plays the part. Like right, I really enjoy Hilton. I gotta take another hit of this because I'm babbling because I need to take another hit. hmm So with that second taste, it's not. It didn't feel as thin as it did the first time around. Now, initially out the can, I was like, "Oh, okay." Took a drag, and it totally felt a little, like I said, just a little too thin. But now, second time around, it feels better. Definitely, like I said, it's um, more complex than I thought it would be. It definitely has a lot of layers to it. Like I said, you're definitely getting like all those notes from the wood. You're getting a lot of characteristics from the wood and from the bourbon, and it definitely laid itself upon this this fine beverage. So with that being said, overall, um, like I really enjoy the spicy finish. I like the way that the caramel notes and the toffee lingers on my tongue. Um, you know, just that oak and that bourbon alone would make me drink this again and again and again and again. Um, but like it has really great balance. It's a little like there's some sweetness there, but not that cloying type sweetness. It's not overly sweet. Um, it's not bitter at all. Um, but it has an awesome finish, right? And it's a little dry, but that dryness helps to like the flavors that they have. It's kind of a little bit more pronounced because of how dry it is. And like I said, it's not too sweet. So, the natural sweetness you're going to get from bourbons, like from the oak barrel, it has a natural, like like the oils that come out of the oak barrel actually lend to the taste. or that comes off. Yeah, and a little bit of oil comes off the oak and lends the taste. Um, yeah, I mean they did a good job. It's a really great balance. Like I said, it's a good balanced beer, and like I said, I would drink it all the time. I'm definitely now going to see if I can find this local. More than likely I can. But it's definitely, what would I call it? Because I mean, they just say it's a honey ale, right? I kind of consider it like a strong, like a American, like a strong ale. Um, it could be a pale ale, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's just delicious. And so, I definitely would give it a thumbs up. You need to try it. I already tried it, so check it out. Honey Bourbon Ale, coming from Shetman's Brewery, did a great job. If I had to rate this, I definitely would give it at least a 4, conservative. But the way I feel right now, I'd say 4.25 for this. Like it's actually a really good beer. It's not lacking anywhere. For me, it's not lacking. It's at 9%. It's pretty respectable for me. And so at the end of the day, yeah, it's not what people like to say too boozy, or it didn't give me any warm feeling in my chest. It's like I said, this is a well developed beer, well balanced, great taste. What else could you ask for? So at the end of the day, check this how your boys say it, refreshing beverage, Samuel. Check this refreshing beverage out, and tell me what you think about it. All right. So I'll talk to you again, YouTube. Peace.